Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Straight Talk for the Soul series, your vibrational, multidimensional vitamin for the body, mind, and spirit. I'm Carrie Murphy, your host, creator, and founder of this global broadcast and absolutely brilliant community of light. I want to extend a bright and beautiful good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you tuning in from around the world. Welcome home, everybody. This is your sacred space for shifting and upgrading and igniting your light. My favorite question, what is the very best that could happen today? Well, it's already been an amazing day. This is going to be an awesome day. And today my co-creative partner is the beautiful Cynthia Charis, another precious soul sister of mine. We're going to discuss the call of the avatars. Lots of energy today, lots of energy with this topic, and of course with the powerful support of the avatars today. So intend for a shift to happen into joy, celebration, clarity, grace, and empowerment today. Before I go any further, we invite you to subscribe to this show if you haven't already. It is a free platform that you can access at straighttalkforthesoul.com, and you can listen to this replay from today and all of them on iTunes and YouTube, and connect with us further in our private Facebook group or on Instagram. Just enter in Straight Talk for the Soul to find us. Now, my intention with today's beautiful, soulfully inspired journey and gathering is for love, joy, healing, uplifting energy to flow through my voice and through this sacred energetic space with grace and with ease, welcoming and inviting in the highest divine support and participation for absolute limitless empowerment to be realized by all of us in new ways today. I am devoted, as you all know, to walking hand in hand and heart to heart with all of you as we rediscover our divinity and experience a renewal of our radiance, of our power, of our authentic power, of our vitality and enthusiasm, and reconnect to our abundant nature. So rest assured that you being here right now with us means that you're ready for a shift, and that is available, and together we're going to experience a rise in our energetic vibration, and blessings are on their way to you, absolutely. So just relax, breathe, open, and receive today. You are all such beautiful vibrational visionaries and pioneers and emissaries of light, and so I'm so grateful to have your support and participation here today. Okay, so again, our topic for today is the call of the avatars. The avatars are beings of divine perfection that have come at this time as the light of Source dances through our bodies and our souls once again. These great beings of light, they exist in all realms of creation. They're here to assist us on the pathway to our most glorious ascension. For the first time in our planet's history, the collective consciousness of the light masters has raised our vibration enough to travel inside the temple of the avatars and receive the blessings of their absolute divine perfection. We have not had this opportunity to access the fullness of their unique avatar consciousness, their gems of wisdom and sacred mysteries until now. They are offering to journey with us into the greater realization and embodiment of our highest divine selves and help us experience the supernova of ascension that we took birth for. So today on this show, you're going to be led in a guided meditation by Cynthia to uplift you into the illuminated realms of the avatars, to activate the brilliant and the glorious aspect of Source that you are. You'll be blessed by their living transmissions of divine perfection so that you can emanate that radiance within your day-to-day life. You'll receive living transmissions of the cosmic diamond energy streams of enhancement from the avatars, the higher realms of light, the ascended masters, and the star beings to help release any blockages to embodying the fullness that you truly are. Let me tell you just a little bit more about Cynthia, and then we are going to dive in because this is going to be a powerful show, guys. Okay, so Cynthia Charis is an intuitive energy healer. She helps others embody their sovereignty and light up their world. She brings forth a living transmission from the 77 avatars, the ascended masters, the Elohim, and the celestial beings of light to help others awaken to their cosmic self and embody the golden age within them. She is delighted to serve humanity, the earth, the stars, the galaxy, and the cosmos by birthing new realities of heaven on earth. Babaji is her dearest guide, assisting her to bring his diamond body of light and truth to earth and all humanity. And her most profound work has been to merge with her awareness with his, allowing his essence to become one with hers. As a beloved of hers, his light permeates all of her transmissions with the power of his immortal truth. And since becoming one with Babaji, over 77 avatars have gathered around Cynthia, sharing their collective voice with hers, and she's thrilled to transmit their collective light, power, and truth to thousands who choose to serve in the fullness of their divinity and stand as emissaries of light and love in the world. Cynthia now guides humanity through her emanations of high cosmic energy streams of enhancement from the diamond realms of creation, assisting others with their planetary and cosmic ascension. And just recently, she's been gifted with a transmission from Babaji and the 77 avatars to take others into the temple of the avatars to assist them in the greater realization and embodiment of their higher bodies of consciousness. Her greatest passion is that we all rise together in the brilliance of our diamond hearts and sing a new song of creation to manifest the golden age of enlightenment as one. So let's all sing that new song of creation together, my friends. I'm so happy today. Please join me in extending waves and waves of love and light and joy to Cynthia as I welcome her to the show. Welcome back, my beautiful, beautiful, precious soul sister. I'm so happy you're here.
Thank you. I am so excited to be here. I can't even tell you. It's been the most exciting morning, and I just love being of service, and I feel the power of these majestic avatars surrounding us even as we speak. And you know, I'm just so honored to be here on this planet at this amazing time. I'm so honored that all of you in the audience are here joining with us, lighting up your hearts, anchoring these beautiful energies in, because I am so excited to share with you from all the beautiful emails I've been receiving that we are truly at this cosmic event horizon of the beginning of the new earth of ascension. And we've done it. All of us as light masters have co-created this amazing, amazing moment in time. And we're literally opening the gateway of the new age of Aquarius. All these people are talking about this somewhere coming up into this big January 12th, 2020 great movement, upliftment of light, all the way through to the end of the next year. So everything is pointing to this brand new 0 degree Aquarius moment where each one of us is birthing the new being of light of Aquarius that we are. So it's just amazing. And you know, some people are even saying this is the beginning of a new 500-year cycle of, I think, eternal inheritance and freedom. That's for Maureen Moss, and everybody has different names for it. But all of us together, we are creating such a beautiful, powerful song. And I've been so grateful to be on these shows for over 4 years now, and watching, as you said, Carrie, the energies elevate and uplift and open. But I'd say the next 8 weeks as we come into this, you know, it's such a blessing for us because it's such an important moment for all of us, no matter what happens, no matter what our circumstances are, to really choose our highest expression of love, as you said so beautifully, Carrie, because all of the timelines are continuing to collapse into this 0 point of pure possibility of creating heaven on earth. And this
yes, we are.
Aren't we? Yes, we are.
We are co-creating miracles. And I will say this, your participation in my life and this community, I'm going to say this, for those of you who were with us yesterday, I'm going to say briefly toward the end of the show, I mentioned that there was a lot going on in my personal world with family, had to do with a health scare with my daughter. And, of course, Cynthia knows about it. Valentine knew about it yesterday. I did not share about it on the show, but something that was life-threatening miraculously turned around this morning. And I have to thank you, Cynthia, and the avatars and everybody else in the higher realms that support us, and just the love of this community. A true miracle happened this morning, and really and truly a miracle happened, and cancer disappeared all of a sudden. I mean, I'm just going to say it. So we are both kind of bouncing off the walls here, Cynthia and I are. So I had to share a little bit of that with you so that we can get that out there a little bit. And we've been laughing, like almost in tears laughing because of the turn of events here and how miraculous it's been. And so I just wanted to say thank you to all of you out there for whatever. I know I got some emails from you guys yesterday, not knowing what was going on, but sending your love. And so it is greatly appreciated. And Cynthia, to you and the avatars and Valentaya and that supported us, I cannot thank you enough. It is a true co-creation of miracles at this time on our planet. And what a blessing to be here with all of you. So,
oh my goodness.
Yay.
And yay. We're just jumping up and down. We're so ecstatic. And this is for every one of you. Every one of you in the audience listening to this now or later can be gifted with a miraculous event like this. We are just pouring in the light on this show because we are the new leaders of this golden age. And it's, as Carrie demonstrated yesterday, no matter what the circumstances surrounding us, let's say, she was able to hold that light. And we all can do that. We can all ride on the coattails of this great miracle and this blessing because this is our divine inheritance. And we just offer it all to you. And the avatars are smiling and they are so excited to be able to be heard and seen once again, as we're going to call them in later on. But, you know, we're all bringing in the miracles of the divine, and it's permeating our psyches, our bodies, our energy fields more and more, and our light quotients are rising so we can just create these miracles, you know.
And it's so possible. Anything is possible right now. And when we have the support of you know, our physical human brothers and sisters here, all of us, and then these heavenly realms of support that are available to us, you know, and as we're talking about today, the avatars, I mean, the avatars, I mean, how much more powerful can you get? And it's sort of divinely designed that today that's what we were talking about and that you were going to be here today. And it's incredible. So let's talk about how you came into connection with the avatars. For those, we've talked about it a little bit with you here before, Cynthia, but let's talk about who the avatars are and you know, who are they in the realm of the whole spiritual hierarchy or all of that? Describe that.
Yeah. Well, they're beings of divine perfection. And they have returned as we approach the 0 point of coming back home to Source. And, originally, Sri Yukteswar came up with this amazing theory that as we go through all these great yugas, as we got the furthest and furthest away from Source in the Kali Yuga, that we would turn around and go back through each one much quicker. And we have truly entered into this beautiful time that's called the Kalki Yuga. And it's the time of these great super beings that are being offered or that can appear once again because our collective consciousness, all of us together, has risen enough to bring them back. So it's kind of as if we are going backwards through all these times, including the fall of Atlantis. And as we're going backwards, we're becoming more whole again. And so collectively, you could say the return of the Kalki avatars, the second coming, all of these metaphors, Atlantis rising, that's all of us together creating this beautiful new song. As these great beings of light we can hold their vibration out, and so they can come forward. And they truly delight in allowing us to receive them because that improves their evolution as well. So they're very excited this morning that well, at least for us, that we're going to open up a grand portal so that they can be received and anchored back onto the planet. Because the more of us that anchor these great beings of light, the quicker we move our planet into ascension. But, briefly, I fell into Babaji probably 5, 6, 7 years ago. And he began to speak with me very personally and reminded me of a sacred covenant I had to become his voice. And then, of course, the other ones came. And it wasn't until very recently, Carrie, that I was working with Dwal Kul and the spiritual hierarchy, that Dwal Kul said to me that it was time for me to begin my journey on the path of being an avatar in training, like being in a mentor program, which was so exciting, because it's such an honor. And the way is open not only for myself, but many of us to do this. And so these avatars are, they have mastered the all that is. Some ascended masters, the ascended masters have mastered the earth realms and beyond, but the avatars have mastered the all that is. And this word comes from, it's Sanskrit, and it means coming down from far away. And I just love that, But we are allowing them to descend because during this time of the Kalki avatar, it's the time of the descent of the Godhood once again. And every one of us have our own unique piece to allow the descent of the Godhood to express through us in our own way. So I've just recently gone through a mentoring and a training program with them, which will continue for the rest of my life. And there was a great transmission from the great universal avatar, Lord Melchizedek, that brought through that temple of the avatars. And as you know, I just recently finished a 14-hour amazing teleclass series where in the first 7 we were prepared to enter. Hot off the press. We just completed it last week, and we're going to be offering it again. And this was through a gorgeous, powerful, multidimensional transmission from the avatar of the universe, Melchizedek. So I'm like on the beginning pathway of learning what this is like, and I'm just so thrilled and honored to be able to open my heart and serve as this avatar in training, because it's been a wonderful new path for me, Carrie, and it's going to open up a whole new year next year. So it's been a complete different pathway for me, even past and through the diamond worlds that I've been on. So I just am so grateful. It's just an amazing time, you know?
I'm grateful that you mentioned the distinction between, because I was wondering that about the Ascended Masters and the Avatars. And so what you shared was the Ascended Masters have mastered these realms, but the Earth realms, okay, and so the avatars are from all that is. So Babaji is an avatar?
Yes, he is the great Maha Avatar, the great immortal one. He has mastered all realms. And, you know, the avatars are completely comprehensive. They work for our planet, with our planet, the solar system, Solaris, our beautiful stellar deity, the suns, the planets, the dimensions, the diamond realms, and beyond. They have mastered the comprehension that we in our thinking minds don't even know what to ask. It's so profound. And they're just beautiful presences that literally are beings of divine perfection. And they inhabit every corner of the universe. And they really, really are thrilled to be called back so that we can begin, like we do with our Ascended Masters, same thing, we can begin to allow the higher aspects of ourself to come back into us through their divine perfection. You know, so it's so beautiful, just beautiful.
It is. So when you are mentoring with them, as you mentioned, do they come to you in a physical form for you to see them in that physical way, or is it all etheric, or how do you work with them in this mentorship? Is it just telepathic, or what happens?
Well, it's so exciting. They installed, or Lord Melchizedek and the avatars, they actually installed this transmission of the Temple of the Avatars in my own heart of hearts. So I took everybody else in these teleclasses, I go into the Temple of the Avatars, and they'll take me to various different chambers. And, for example, this morning in preparation, they took me into the Chamber of Enhancement. And they'll just speak to me on the etheric realms. You know, I wish I could see them. They look like great stars in the heavens, according to other people who have seen them. But I don't see them because I'm more clairaudient. But I do feel them, and I do hear them. And they're just exquisite beings of light. And so they'll just tell me certain things, and they're starting to speak through me, which has been very different from all of my other work. This was the first time. I'd love to share with you, Carrie, and the audience, that they actually came through the voice of that which I am, we could say, the higher bodies of consciousness that I am. And so I'm kind of segueing, which is very exciting, into being not only a conduit receiving transmissions, but somewhat even channeling their essence. So that's been new for me too. So it's been a great miraculous birthing for me as well. You know, it's been quite lovely and expansive.
We just in the moment, because I've, over the last year, as these things have been changing for you and unfolding, you're just trusting, and you've been just flowing with it. It's all new for you. Cynthia, there's a good question from Peter in London, and he said, can you talk about the avatars that are incarnated at present, like Mother Amma or Mother Mira? He said, are they incarnations of other avatars, or are they all new avatars in their own light? How do you see it?
Well, I would think they're new avatars, like Sai Baba. I think they're avatars in their own right. The avatar pathway is so comprehensive that, for example, it was shared with me that that I have an aspect of myself in the diamond realms that is an avatar in training as well. And I am not by any means a fully realized avatar. I think some of these beautiful beings that Peter is talking about might be. I think they are. And I think it's just a journey. But whatever it is, it's so multidimensional. And once we're on this path, we're exhibiting aspects of ourselves in many different dimensions. For example, I'm out there in the diamond realms doing some things that, you know, that would be training with the avatars. So I think that would be unique to each one of those great avatars' own incarnation and how they were guided by their beloved monad and even their Legoic body to express that energy in this time-space continuum. You know, I think it would be unique to each one of them.
Right. Well, thank you for answering that. And Peter, that was a great question. Well, we have so much love and support here in our webcast. People writing in. So much love flowing in. So I just wanted to share that. Okay, so let's talk about how we've talked a little bit on this show about this rare event coming up on January 12th, 2020, the Saturn-Pluto conjunction. I talked about that with Peter Tung last week a little bit.
Yes.
And it only happens. I mean, this is a very rare event. Let's talk about that and how that, impacts our ability to access the avatars. I guess it's all kind of interrelated.
Yes, it is.
It is.
And then remind me after that to talk about the change in the spiritual hierarchy that Dwal Kul shared with San Rana.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I love astrology. And this Saturn-Pluto conjunction happens about 3 times a century. And it lasts about 2 years. It's generally almost always connected with a major historical event. And it's in the sign of Capricorn. It's about 23 degrees Capricorn. So it's probably going to be the breaking down of structures because Saturn rules the government, time, and structure, and Pluto rules death, transformation, and politics. So it's going to have a global impact. But here is the way I look at it. For all of us as leaders of this new golden age, Saturn is very unique. It represents our mastery and our wisdom. It takes 28 years to go around your personal chart, and you're not considered an adult astrologically until you've had your Saturn return. And so to me, it's an opening for all of us bringing in this new age of Aquarius, which will happen towards the end of the year, 2020. It's an opening for us to exhibit our mastery and our authority, that would be Saturn, and our highest transformation, which would be Pluto. So to me, it is a movement away from fear, because wherever the opposite in the complementary signs, Capricorn can rule fear, Cancer can rule love. So if we look at it, it's really a movement from fear to love, and it's birthing this glorious new year. And think about it also. The year 2020 is a 4, and 4 is structure and stability, but it's also the number of the heart chakra. And so if we think about the metaphors of this, the way we're going to move forward is to structure our lives based on love. And I can tell every one of us in this audience, if we do that, like you've just, shared your journey, if we stay in love, if we hold the highest possible outcome, we will go through this with so much grace and ease, and we together will bring in the mastery, the wisdom, the power, and the transformation that we have been so yearning to have, So it's an exciting time. And also, 12/12 2019 coming up. There's so many gateways that have opened. There's been the 1010, the 1111, the 1212. There's the solstice on Christmas. There's the eclipse. But think about this. This is one of the most exciting things of all. 12/12/2019, because 2019 reduces back down to a 12. Think about that. Is the 7-year mark of our galactic alignment. And 7 is such an interesting number. We talked about it in our teleclasses recently. There's no numerical form that comprises a 7. Even in the Bible, when they say on the 7th day God rested, it just 7 doesn't appear in the world of matter. It's not present like in the structure of leaves or dewdrops, but rather it's the symbol of our consciousness manifesting in its highest dimensionality as God, Goddess, I am. So 7 is the number that draws matter upward. Think about that. So on the 7th day of creation, in a sense, that was the space, the silence, and the rest for our evolution out of matter. So this is going to be a very epic year. So that's going to bring in the new year. And then we're going into this wonderful conjunction. And I always look at astrology in the highest octave. I look at it as a rebirth of our mastery and our wisdom. And each one of us can actually just meditate with Saturn and Pluto and ask these great, great beings of consciousness, which they are, to come into our lives and share and open ourselves to the power, because Pluto also rules power to the nth degree. So it's going to be so exciting. And just know that any structures that aren't built in love or honesty or integrity might collapse. But in our own lives, we've been on this journey for years and years, and we are the forefront and the leaders. And my feeling is we're going to bring the grace through this great portal that others can ride on our wave, because we are in the forefront of all consciousness. And as we accept our own mastery and our own transformation and our own power, we then are going to help the entire world. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely. Beautifully shared. And, I think that the main thing is really choosing to be in a space of grace and love, and out of fear. I mean, it is remarkable, Cynthia, how that practice, as way showers, when we practice, not just talking about that, but when faced with the option of going into fear, it's choosing love instead, and miracles literally happen when you do that.
Yes.
And, it's been validated to me again and again, and as I shared just this morning. So it's and we have so much support, so much divine support. Yes, we do. Well, who are the Kalki avatars? I mean, you briefly mentioned that. About the return of the. Yeah, who are they?
Yes. This is the Eastern Indian Vedic way of talking about these avatars, the return of the great super beings. Because we've gone through the Kali Yuga, we've turned back around, and we were going back into the time of the paradise in the very beginning when we were one with Source. So they're just a particular way that Sri Yukteswar and that the great ancient mystics described these great super beings that are with us now. And as I said, it's similar to the second coming of Christ or Atlantis rising, the return of the Kalki avatars. It's all us. It's all our beauty. It's all of our Christed selves. It's all of our greatness. It's all of our mastery. This is the time. And this is what, I'd love to share to all cool and this is such exciting news, shared with Samra and I a while ago, that the spiritual hierarchy, that wondrous group of beings that have, worked with the earth and around the earth, is changing and restructuring. And our planetary logos, Sanat Kumara, who has been with us for millions of years, is leaving. And so we now, as collective light masters, have accumulated enough spiritual prowess and light as these great light masters to actually hold the space. So we are now co-creating directly with the spiritual hierarchy until another master is chosen. And this, Dwal Kul told us, DK, that this change occurred because so much of the light from the diamond realms has been allowed to come through in such a way now that the energy, not only of the light masters on the earth, but the hierarchy around the earth, but our earth herself, we're all together are actually making choices. So look at the miracle of that, about what is happening. So it was kind of like everything was moving along as it was decided a millennium ago. And now suddenly, we, the light masters and the earth, are changing that with the blessings of all these guiding the solar system, the galaxy, and the universe. So the universal structure is blessing us, which is just amazing, amazing. So the power is in our hands. And if we just approach this beautiful Saturn-Pluto conjunction with love and openness, this is our time to transform. And with this 12-12 gateway going through, this is our time to actually evolve as much as we want. You know how everybody's been talking, Carrie, about the dissolving of the timelines, the releasing of karma, the releasing of gravity, the releasing of our bodies, in a sense where our light bodies are just becoming so much more powerful. This is the time to evolve out of our density and our matter and become these bright, bright, gorgeous light beings that are changing the world. And that's why ascension is so open to us now. The veils are just so open. It's been amazing.
Right. Well, and you talking about that the beings, the spiritual beings that were overseeing our planet, and that change is really symbolizing our progress. As the wave showers on this planet, it really symbolizes that everything that we're doing, it matters, and and we're doing so well. And there are some groups that talk about that we're not, or that we're, I don't feel that way at all. I feel so much light and so much love. And it's, this
is unprecedented. Dwal Kul said, even in the ancient civilizations, this has never, ever, ever happened, that we are co-creating as part of the leadership, the collective leadership of the spiritual hierarchy that is being approved of all the way out to the universal structure through the solar system. We are magicians. We are so powerful. We are changing the world, and we are birthing new realities of heaven on earth every time we come together like this, every single time. It's extraordinary.
Yes. Yeah, and then we take that energy. The energy that we play in these communities, we take that wherever we go. And that energy, that example of that radiance that we all share, is what changes everything around us. And it helps others to know and realize their own creative power and potential, which is limitless right now. We can co-create these miracles, and yes, we can do it. So a lot of people are writing in about, and we are doing it, and we will continue to. how do we hear the avatars? How do we connect with them? I know that in your teleclass you probably did a lot of that, and that's in your special offer, which we'll talk about later. But and then we're going to do a journey here, or a meditation into the Temple of the Avatars. But do you have anything specific to share with our listeners about making that connection on their own with the avatars?
I think it's just sheerly our love and our intention. And how beautifully that everybody's asking, because what the avatars requested of me, which will go into our meditation now, is that we create a portal for exactly that, that they are interested, what we're going to do this meditation, to actually open a portal where every single person listening on the show and later can directly connect with them. And we're not going to go into the Temple of the Avatars per se in this meditation, but we're going to open this incredible, incredible portal. And so it will be opened. And it always is, through our heart of hearts. Anytime we choose to connect with the ascended masters, the archangelic and the angelic realm, the great and mighty Elohim, the Syrian High Council, and our lovely star brothers and sisters, we just place the intention. We are that powerful. The veils are that open. So anytime you choose, that is available to you with any great master, because all of these beings are really our own higher self, maybe in different timelines, different time-space continuums, but we're just greeting ourselves.
Yes, I'm grateful you said that. I'm very grateful you said that.
Yes.
That resonates with me very strongly. And I want to mention, absolutely. Yes. And you took people, and they're going to have the option there's a sacred retreat into the Temple of the Avatars where, because you say at the entrance of these higher etheric temples, there are vibrational requirements to ensure that, that they can get in, basically. And so what you've done, like in these courses, is it kind of raises people's vibration to prepare them for the temples of the actual Temple of the Avatars. So you went through a whole course preparing people for that, and they raised their vibration, and then they were able to enter into the Temple of the Avatars. And that's pretty phenomenal. I would imagine it was a pretty magical experience doing that with a group like that.
It was so magical, Carrie, and I got so many people experience miracles. And I actually would love to share, because I've never revealed this, but on the inner planes, I was told by the avatars that perhaps even 9 to 11 of the beautiful people that participated with me actually went through the ascension process. It was that powerful. Because remember, we can ascend with only 51% of our emotional issues completed. We can ascend even if we're not in perfect health. But it was so magical. People were just saying they've never experienced anything like it. It was just magical. People were having miracles. And it was so lovely because it was the first time ever the avatar spoke through me, and we were just doing processes after processes. That first course, the Call of the Avatars, it was so high that I honestly felt like, okay, you guys, you're going to have to tell me what to do in the next course. And then that one even went, 5 times higher. I didn't think I could even go that high, but it wasn't me. I was just a conduit, and it was just what was coming through me. But everybody here is invited to go through that process if they so choose. And at least now, let's bring the avatars through. They're here, and let's just open everybody's hearts and go on a little journey and at least do this part, which is extraordinary.
Okay, let's do one quick thing. When you mentioned the ascending, do you mean like ascending beyond duality, ascending beyond density? Because clearly we're not ascending beyond the physical form. It's just ascending beyond the limitations or the structures of density and all of that.
But Carrie, some of us, Dwalkul has shared with me, some of us have ascended, even with our physical form still here. There are many of us on this planet now that have ascended, but we're still in our physical bodies. This is the excitement of this age. It's never been a possibility before, and we're all here holding this incredible vibration. So yes, the answer to that is yes, and we are ascending even when we have physical bodies. So it's both, both.
Right.
Which
okay.
is so
Thank you
exciting.
for clarifying, because I had a feeling people were wondering too.
Yes.
Well, I'm excited about, I know the avatars, I can feel their presence. And so do you want to go ahead and do the meditation, and that way people can feel this? And
Of course.
Okay. Beautiful.
Okay, dear beloved ones, we open with such delight. We open with such joy as we greet you, as we greet the glorious beings of light that you are. We have come from all corners of the universe and beyond to be here in this miraculous day where we open our hearts and the essence of our divine perfection to you. Join together with us now as we interweave the great light streaming from our hearts to yours. Join us as we begin now this great celebration of opening the very cells, the very electrons, the very essence of your being, as we open the way for your own glorious ascension. We bow down before you and acknowledge your divinity. We share with you that you have more power than you could ever know. You have called us forth, and we have answered your call. Our greatest joy is to serve and uplift you into the highest truth of your being, into the light of your divine soul, into the sacred halls and temple ways, all the way through to the monad, if you so choose. Glorious light moving through, weaving within, around, and through your being. We form now the 77 avatars, the great Babaji, a great circle around you. And we gift you now as we anoint you with the cosmic breath of our being. Feel the cosmic mist, the cosmic vapors weaving from our essence to yours. Feel the glorious streams of enhancement awakening you, igniting you, opening your DNA, enlivening you, connecting you to your higher bodies of consciousness. The glorious diamond waves of light as the ground now around you becomes very holy and sacred, as you remember through all time-space continuums the great and majestic being that you are. Feel our essence, our love, as we now anoint you, beloved ones, with an upliftment, with a raising of your vibration. We open now the doorways of your mind, heart, body, soul, and spirit to receive us, so that you can know, comprehend, and integrate fully the power of Source we bring to you now. Beloved ones, open and receive. Open, allow, and surrender. You have done everything you need to do. From this point forward, you are just receiving. You are no longer humans creating your life. You are divine beings receiving your light, receiving your divinity, receiving your sovereignty, receiving your truth. Feel the power now as we amplify and begin to spin the light of our divine perfection around and through as we anoint, open all the pathways, all the doorways of your being to ours. We bring forth a multi-dimensional ray to anchor our essence within your heart, to support you in receiving the highest essence now of whatever divine perfection within you that you so choose. Feeling our light together becoming brighter and more magnificent as we all uplift into the highest realms of consciousness possible. We are lifting beyond anything that your thinking mind can know. Anything that you might have experienced before. The portal is open. The doorways are open. Receive this great ray of anchoring as you, dear beloved ones, hold the space and anchor in our light from all time-space continuums, from all dimensions, from all aspects of the cosmos. Feel our light as your hearts, your minds ignite and light up as you remember the freedom of who you are. And beloved ones, this light is spinning and spinning, surrounding a glorious supernova-like, star-like moment of opening within your beings, where you may, if you so choose, release all the timelines, gravity, space of your third dimensional presence, shed your skins and take flight and soar into the halls of ascension home, feeling the light expand and the opportunities and the openings and the possibility of your ascension imminent here, open to you now and forevermore. Receive, beloved ones, your own divine perfection from many, many different timelines. It is time. This is the time of your greatness. And the Akashic records right now are witnessing as the avatorial fields of light are descending and you are reaching up to receive, and we are becoming one with the light of the all that is, one with the truth of all creation. Feeling, receiving our light, becoming this bridge, each and every one of you, to be able to connect, open to, receive and integrate the light of our divine perfection and your own. We hail from all aspects of creation. We bless you now. We bless you with the opening of this portal, with the anointing of your beloved selves, with the gift of the anchoring of our mighty, mighty ray of miracles and creating new worlds upon worlds. We bless you with this gift. The portal is open forever, forever, for all time and eternity, as we all together now co-create the most glorious, epic ascension, personally, individually, collectively, planetarily, through Solaris, the great stellar deity of our solar system, through the solar system itself, as we together open the portals for this magnificent ascension to occur. The way is open to all of you. We are co-creating this together. The stars are gracing you with their light. Your star lineage is activating now. All places, times are collapsing into this glorious moment where you can receive the fullness of everything your heart has desired for all time and eternity. Feel now, beloved ones, as we seal and bless and anchor this co-creation that will glorify your life, the planet, your sun, the solar system, the galaxy and beyond, for all time, all eternity. You have been marked. You have been sealed. We integrate this with ease and grace as this portal now is gifted into your very heart of hearts. And you are known through all time and eternity as the holder, the opener, the way shower, the leader of this new golden age of enlightenment. We hold you in our love. We hold you in our light. We bless you. We bow down to you. And we say, it is done. It is done. It is done. And as we speak it, beloved ones, so it is. Namaste.
Cynthia, that was beautiful. Oh, I hope everybody is feeling uplifted and and supported and loved. And we would love to hear from you if you want to write in and let us know how you're feeling or what you experienced during that beautiful meditation with the avatars. Cynthia, that was really, really beautiful. And I like that it was a receiving. There was an emphasis on opening up to receive the light that we are. And
it was very
that light.
Empowering, right? Mm-hmm. It's very empowering. And I'm seeing this blaze of light through all of us. I'm seeing this portal that was so beautifully opened in this new ray. It's like we all together anchored a new ray of access to the avatars. And it's just another beautiful, 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 empowering moment of the essence of the divine souls and the divine light that we are. And I'm also seeing that the way towards each and every one of our paths of ascension was really opened. I didn't expect that part to come through, but it did. I was not expecting that. So we're opening the paths of our ascension because, you know, we're all breathing in and creating this fabulous new year that is held and birthed through our hearts of 2020 in the next 8 weeks, kind of getting there, you know. Beautiful, beautiful.
I, of course, loved the phrase, the ray of miracles.
Yes.
Definitely caught that.
True.
Definitely caught
yes.
that. And
yes.
Certainly feeling that ray of miracles, definitely. So, Cynthia, with regard to, you know, that meditation, how similar, different is that to, you know, what you experienced in the teleclasses, which, as you just mentioned, you just finished these, this sacred retreat into the temple of the avatars, and it's recorded and it just completed, and people can listen to that if they feel that they want to take this journey into this sacred retreat, the temple of the avatars. So, I'm going to go ahead and tell people about this for those who want to participate in that and feel ready to experience that magic and that co-creation of miracles that's available. So you can go to straighttalkforthesoul.com and you'll click on the marketplace. You'll see Cynthia's beautiful face. Click on that, and the first offer is the first journey that you did, the first 7-week telecourse, which is the Call of the Avatars. And that's when you take people in and really raise their vibration and kind of prepare them for then the next series that you did. Is that right? So the next series is the one that's included in offer C. So you have both of them. Let's talk about what went on in these journeys.
Of course. They were just magnificent. I mean, we opened as the avatars came through and awakened our transcendent self. And we began to create the gorgeous star tetrahedron of the chariot of fire. And we opened up all the pathways of the stars, and literally the avatars took us through the gateway of that universal heart as we began to approach the diamond realms. And we were bathed and anointed and initiated into this immortal, beautiful rainbow body of light, and really went through an amazing process that I called the final surrender. Because as we know that as we approach ascension, we're just receiving who we are, and we're letting go of any system or thought of control. We're letting go of anything we've believed. We are letting go and surrendering into the higher bodies. So we don't really have control over anything. And like you, Carrie, those 2 weeks in between the recording of these two was quite extraordinary. I went through a really, really powerful final surrender, and literally I was taken. It was just letting go of the last bits that were creating, you know, a lot of pain. And it was a death, but it was a beautiful death. But my soul was taken out of my body for 3 days. And when it came back, I had done and completed that final surrender, because people talk about it on these shows, that even we let go of our missions, we let go of our identities, because we're going completely into the unknown. And as we open into this gate of Aquarius, that unknown, we have to let go. And so that was a really, really powerful process. And that we received at the end or the beginning of the next series, a sealing from the avatars, and an opening and a golden key as our vibration, going through all those other processes was, you know, prepared to enter into the holy grounds of this. It's such a multi-dimensional temple when I go in. It opens, it moves, it shifts every day. It's filled with all these diamond-esque and golden colors and all these gorgeous celestial sounds of music and chambers. And then that began the second course, where we really opened the multidimensional Antakarana to source, and we prepared for this golden stargate of ascension, and then moved into the diamond realms and really began a new initiation into the monad. And for those of you who don't understand, let me share that. That's so important. We could call it the Corpus Christi, or the 7 bodies of Christ or light. But after our physical, emotional, and mental, and then our spiritual one, we of course have the Buddhic, which is the higher intuitive. And then we have the Atmic body, which is divine will and the higher mental. Those can sometimes be called the causal body or the soul. And then we even were practicing releasing even essence of our soul that we've carried with us for years as the mediator, so we could move right into the higher bodies. So it was a glorious journey. But then after the Buddhic and the Atmic, then there is the monad. And the monad is that great, great, powerful divine spark that we are, the essence of creation, of source itself. So we started opening to this jewel crown of the monad and went through a beautiful supernova type explosion and opening of the star of who we are. And then we started becoming initiated into the pathways beyond ascension. So it was just beyond magical, and it was like what we just did times, each one is an hour, and we just go straight in times, 14,000 times. It was really amazing to go through that process with everybody. I was so grateful, and it was so powerful.
Right. So for those who are resonating with this and they want to experience this, clearly it would be to their advantage to do the call of the avatars first. So that's special offer A. You do that first. That's on its own. Or if you want special offer C, it has both of those combined. You'd get both. But offer B is the call of the avatars plus a private session with you, Cynthia. And in the private session, which will be recorded, they'll receive a special upliftment from the avatars tailored to them and for them and for their personal ascension path. So that's an offering to all of you if you want to work privately with Cynthia. I would imagine that might be really helpful if they're going through the call of the avatars journey. They may have some questions about what they're experiencing and all of that. So that would probably be really helpful to have that time with you. And so thank you for including that in there. And then, wow. And I would imagine for those who are called to do both, that's a pretty transcendent, it sounds like, experience. When you were talking about, you went through sort of that surrender, that deep surrender, the final surrender, and you said the death, and I was thinking, what we have to go through is this continual death of doubt, death of fear. Yes. And as we surrender all that, you really come to understand the power that we have to create, like I said, these miracles, the ray of miracles, that we're co-creating with the avatars, with all of these beings of light. But it really stood out for me when you said that about the surrendering, that I have learned so personally It's the death of doubt, the death of the death of doubt. Like, you know, because you just
I love that.
you just surrender it, and and anything is possible. And yes, it takes practice, but what we're talking about is we have so much support here to do that. And you know, every time, you and I are very close, but when I hear you on these shows, and you sound like this, you have this energy about you all the time. This is you all the time, but you are a reflection of what's possible energetically, the joy and the grace and the trust and everything that is available to us. And like we did on the meditation, like they're saying, the portal's open. You know, it's open. Yeah. We can all experience this. Yeah, go ahead.
It's so true. You know, what I would love to add, I love how you said that. It's really, what I say, it's a death of our smaller selves, our limitations and our fears. Mm-hmm. And as we surrender, you know, it's amazing. We just become more and more vaster. We become more, not less, as we surrender, as we, in a sense, die to fear and doubt. And then we just are birthed in these waves and waves of just truth, and its vastness and eternalness and openness and spaciousness. And so it's life just becomes more of a flow, because, you know, I remember reading in the Path of Mastery a long time ago. That was a channel book from Yeshua ben Joseph Christ, and I think there was this statement, one of my favorite statements, saying there's no greater moment of joy than to realize, to enter upon each moment with nothing to be accomplished, nothing to be attained, and nothing to be resisted. So it's like we give up everything and we just surrender and surrender. And all of us know, as we've been on these shows, that this big paradigm shift is so powerful between doing and then receiving and opening and allowing and surrendering. That's why there was so much just open. Allow for an upliftment. Allow for a healing. And that's what I say every morning. You know, I allow for an upliftment, and I just get out of the way and allow Source and these great, great avatars and the great Elohim, who I love and work with very personally as well. And of course the divine feminine, you know, I just love all the goddesses and, you know, the star brothers and sisters. We just have so much support. And the more we do that, the more we become one with all, which is so beautiful, you know, so beautiful.
Surrender into spaciousness, and it's so limitless. I mean, it is. The spaciousness is limitless. And I want to read some of the comments that have been coming in here on the webcast. Okay. Lynn said, "You're so inspiring and give my heart the belief in our abilities to stand up and shine our divine sovereignty and truth." And Sherry said, "So beautiful." Alicia said, "How beautiful. I saw a dove coming to me." Thank you very much. She's talking about the meditation. Thank you, Alicia. And Carolyn from Ireland said, "Hi, Carrie and Cynthia. Just before the meditation, I saw a huge doorway of brilliant white light opening in my sacred heart." Wow, thank you. That's beautiful, Carolyn. Wow. Thank you for sharing. Wow. Someone else wrote in, let's see, "Thank you so much for the beautiful process. Can we get this process alone?" Well, you can certainly listen to this replay as often as you like. Yes. I don't know the time marker of when we did it. I believe it was about 45 minutes into the show. So Yes, listen to it as much as you would like. And okay, Michelle from France said, Cynthia's connections are to such high realms. And once again, she gave us a glimpse of these realms, showing us what is possible. When Cynthia speaks through channels, I feel like I've become a better person and that all is possible. I just feel blissed out. Thank you. That's
thank you,
beautiful.
Michelle. Oh, that's so beautiful. And that's for all of us, all of us. One thing I just love is that we're all one. And when we're at the level of our I am, we're all together. It's only our human conditioning that tells us we're not. And we're just so blessed to have all these resources, and you, Carrie, to give me the platform to do these beautiful shows where the avatars can help us. And we're all one, and I carry each and every one of you in my heart. I have tears in my eyes right now because there's just no greater joy than to see and to intend that you all are just so blessed and living in your highest truth and in your glory and with ease and grace, and that miracles are abiding within you, and that you are creating your own miracles, because as you said, Carrie, we do. Every step we take, we are creating the miracles of the truth that we are. And the one thing that I always say, and you do too, Carrie, which is why I love being on your show, it's my favorite show, is that we're each so precious. We each matter. Look at what we've done. We matter. Just anchoring and holding the light from this one meditation is changing the world. We just opened a portal that so many more people behind us can access the great light of these beings of divine perfection. And sometimes when I go into the consciousness before a show and meditate with each and every one of you and with your gorgeous hearts, I always ask, how can I serve you? And what I hear the most is, let us know how precious we are. And I just have tears because we all are so precious. We're not different from any of these great beings of light. We're just at different levels of realization. And as we receive more, we realize more. And as we realize more, we embody more. And as we embody more, we manifest more. So the great blessing here for all of us, and the great, beautiful gift from the avatars, is to manifest your greatness, beloved ones. Manifest. You are expressing. You have this gorgeous light now within you, and you always have, and it's just awakening. And everything, I just feel all these blessings right now pouring into our audience as these avatars are saying, yes, take this light and spread it, because we're the creators of the future destiny of the earth, and we're recreating a more beautiful earth with greater ascension right now as we speak. Right now.
Yes, absolutely. And, we're all doing this together, and it is a blissful bubble that we co-create here, and I hope everybody is feeling it. I'm kind of glancing through all the beautiful beings who've written in. Kamira wrote in and said, hi, beautiful ones. Thank you both for your amazing energies and for today's platform. She said, I saw a huge egg last night being fertilized by you, Cynthia, and one becoming. This egg was one of many, but chosen by Kuan Yin to be fertilized. Are you able to comment on this? The egg came from the Temple of the Cosmic Heart, from the Chamber of Golden Fire. I'm still vibrating from participating as one. Carrie, I honor you. Yeah, and love to you both. Love to you, Kamira. Any comment on this? Okay.
Yes, I have chills. Because that is so amazing. The way I describe the energy fields around us are egg-shaped. That's amazing that you got that visual and from Kuan Yin. And Kuan Yin some say is the twin flame of Babaji. So it just makes me want to cry.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes. I think Kaya Ra does in her book, The Sophia Code. She has Kuan Yin as the twin flame of Babaji there, and which I've always loved, and I love Kuan Yin. She's so close to my heart and soul. And so what I'm feeling, we have these eggs and then eggs and then eggs, and each one of them are our higher bodies of consciousness that just go up and up and up. And each one is almost like a torus field, but a multidimensional egg. And we even brought that energy in through some of the first teleclasses. That's amazing that you're saying that. So what she was showing you is the fertilization of the light quotient in your light body as creating a new world for you, Camira. So that's so powerful. Mm-hmm. I'm so moved to hear that. Wow.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that. It's so interesting because you just said about Kuan Yin and Babaji being twin flames, and at the very same time, Sandra from Frankfurt wrote in and she said, any input about twin flames in 2020? Just as you, like, oh yes,
my goodness.
We're all doing this together. We're all connected. So Sandra's question about any input on twin flames in 2020, what do you feel with regard to that whole topic? Any information for her?
You know, I love the idea of twin flames. I am blessed with the marriage of my own twin flame. And it was told to me in a channeled reading years ago from Saint Germain. And the way that I met my husband was so miraculous. It was just like every single thing that I'd ever done came together in that moment, and him as well. Not to say we haven't had many, many journeys of refinement, but I love the idea of twin flames. And, you know, I think twin flames, it's from what I've been told or heard, it's quite different from a soulmate in that it was the original split of source. And there are many things about twin flames. And you're yearning. Whoever asked, what was her beautiful
Sandra.
name that asked that question? Sandra. Okay, Sandra, I guarantee you, your yearning and your desire for that twin flame will pull it forth, because twin flames, you know, as we know, comes through resonance, and many of us, our twin flames choose not to come through in the physical level. But I think it's a very propitious sign that next year is 2020, and 2 to me is the number of the balance of the masculine, feminine, and the twin flame. So I think next year is an extraordinary time to open the gateways to our twin flame and through and with our twin flames. And even if that is only on the other side of the veil, as we move closer and closer to the other side of the veil, I think in a way all of us are merging with our twin flames, you know, because we could look at it as the beloved I am that we are as our twin flame. And I look at that way as well. And I think it's there's many ways to look at that, but our hearts will always guide us in the right moment, in the right time, in the right space to that beloved if it is part of our soul's destiny. And I just feel a blessing for you, Sandra. I feel a great blessing for you on that one.
Beautiful. Yeah. And one thing that you said earlier was receive and realize. And I think even when it comes to twin flames or whatever our heart's desire is, and that's something that we opened up into in that portal with the avatars, receive the fullness of your heart's desires. And if that is your heart's desire, receive and realize. And it's all there. It's all possible. So thank you for bringing that up. And it was so interesting that your question, Sandra, came in right when we were talking about Kuan Yin and Babaji being twin flames. So very interesting. I want to read one more. Rosa Maria wrote in from Spain. We have people from all over the world here with us today, as always. But Rosa Maria said, wonderful meditation with the avatars. I felt heat in my body when the meditation first started. I could feel my heart, my higher heart pathways opening and releasing pain and tension that was stored there. And I feel like I'm being showered with healing light. So grateful for you both and for this group. We are grateful that you are a part of this group. This is a sacred circle that we are all creating together, and it wouldn't be the same without you here. So thank you, Rosa Maria. That was beautiful.
I feel the heat in my hands right now as you're speaking. I feel all this healing energy going through to you. Wow, it's bringing tears. Yes. Quite powerful for you. Quite powerful, my dear. Wow.
I want to, for those of you who are, that there are questions coming in about the teleclasses, I just want to read, someone who was involved in the program with you said, I'm so catapulted to super joy. That the avatar class is like taking a PhD curriculum beyond what I could have ever asked for. That's funny. I am in my full glory. Every word, every part of the transmission is pure, pure gold, so divine. Just what I've been waiting to behold. A PhD. That's awesome. Well, just energetically, and those of you who are with us, so you can feel that energy. I mean, it's palpable. This joy that we can experience with the avatars, with you, Cynthia, with just coming together like this. So it's always beautiful, and what a blessing for me personally to have you with me today, Cynthia. I love you so much, and
I love you
so
too.
grateful to you for who you are and just your light and your love and the avatars. Oh my goodness, what a miraculous day. So Cynthia, do you have any final message or anything you'd like to share with this beautiful audience before we say goodbye?
I just want to say thank you. I'm so moved to share these transmissions and the light of the avatars with every one of you. There's just nothing that gives me greater joy. Oh, I'm so moved. And I invite you to come and play through these recordings and really, really stand tall in the truth, the beauty and the power and the light that you are. And you are just so blessed. All those that are listening, there's a connection that's made forever now. And I bless, and the avatars through me are just blessing, blessing, blessing all of us, that the way before us just opens with ease, and that miracles do abound in our lives, and that we can stand and embody and claim and realize and receive the full, divine, beloved beings that we are. So I just close with a prayer and say thank you, all of you. And I say namaste, beloved ones. I love you all. I love you, Carrie. I love the miracle that you and everybody else co-created here. And I love all the miracles that are going to be appearing in people's life after this show. Yes. I love it all. Yes.
Ride the ray of miracles that we opened here today.
Right.
Riding the ray of miracles. Absolutely.
That's it.
Right?
Yes.
Cynthia, thank you, my dear, for that. And to everybody who's joined us, thank you for the gift of your time, your love, your openness, and your magical, beautiful presence today. We are leaders, as Cynthia has shared, leaders of this new Golden Age of Enlightenment, and you are so significant, and you're playing such a beautiful role. And we welcome you to Write in, let us know how you're feeling, what stood out for you, what shifted for you, what feels different for you. We appreciate you so much, and I hope that you open up and just receive and realize the infinite blessings that are available to you now. Just open up and receive. It's so important that you just it can be that simple. And if the information and the energy here resonated with you, give yourself that gift and participate in these teleclasses and enter the temple of the avatars for yourself. And if you do, I'd love to hear from you and hear about your experience. So thank you all for going on this soulful adventure with us. I am sending waves and waves of love, light, gratitude, and appreciation from my heart to yours. May you feel it, receive it, offer it to those you encounter today or tonight, wherever you happen to be in the world. And as always, until next time, please give yourself full permission to shine instead of shrink, express instead of suppress, and own that amazing, powerful glow of yours. I'll see you back here in this playground of light, this miraculous playground of light. Next time, everybody. Bye-bye.